like a musical hammer.
You know the snapping. You know the mansion. You know Wednesday's death stare. But do you know the truly bizarre secrets buried beneath the floorboards of America's spookiest family? From cast curses and lost limbs to actors who stayed in character long after the cameras stopped rolling. The Addams Family franchise has a shadowy history that's just as strange as the family itself. So, light a candle, open a hidden passage, and prepare to uncover the macabre truth. Here are the top 10 strange but true facts about the Addams Family.
Come now. Don't you ever long for something to hold hands with?
Woman hater.
Before the TV show, before the movies, even before the Snap Happy theme song, the Addams Family began as a series of single-panel cartoons by Charles Addams in The New Yorker starting in 1938. But here's the weird part. The characters didn't have names. No Morticia, no Gomez, not even Wednesday. They were just that creepy family in the big house. It wasn't until the 1964 TV show that the names we now know and love were invented, many of them by Charles Addams himself, at the request of the show's producers. Wednesday's name came from an old nursery rhyme, "Wednesday's child is full of woe." That gloomy inspiration stuck, and so did her name. So the next time you hum the theme tune, remember, it all started with a nameless sketch in a highbrow magazine. John Astin, the actor who played Gomez in the original 1964 series, was offered a choice between two names for his character, Gomez or Rapelli. Guess which one he picked? He went with Gomez, of course, but years later, he admitted he was tempted by Rapelli because it sounded more magical, almost like a wizard name. The showrunners wanted something Latin-flavored to reflect Gomez's flamboyant and romantic nature, and Gomez stuck. But here's the twist. In Spanish-speaking countries, his name is often changed to Homero Addams to better fit local conventions, so depending on where you grew up, you might know him as Gomez or something else entirely.
Wednesday Addams.
When you have a new baby, one of the other children has to die.
Really?
It's a tradition. One of us has to go.
Wednesday Addams was always a bit odd, but Christina Ricci turned her into an icon. In the 1991 film, Ricci was just 10 years old, but her deadpan delivery, icy stare, and pitch-black humor turned Wednesday into a cult favorite. She took the character from a mildly strange little girl to a gothic anti-hero that people genuinely rooted for. Her performance was so powerful that it influenced every future version of Wednesday, including the 2022 Netflix series starring Jenna Ortega. In fact, Jenna Ortega even paid homage to Ricci by maintaining that same eerie calm and eye contact while adding her own modern twist. So if you love Wednesday today, thank Christina Ricci, the original queen of creepy. In the 1991 film, the Addams Mansion was more than just a spooky backdrop. It was a playground of practical effects. Director Barry Sonnenfeld insisted on real, in-camera effects whenever possible. That means the moving bookshelves, secret levers, and self-opening doors? Totally real. One scene required a trapdoor under the carpet to open exactly when someone stepped on it. The timing had to be perfect. In fact, multiple takes were ruined when the actor either missed the mark or the mechanism misfired. Crew members even referred to parts of the set as the death zone, because so many props were rigged with ropes, springs, and smoke effects. Behind the scenes, it was chaos. On screen, pure Addams magic. You might assume that thing, the disembodied hand that scuttles around the Addams house, was some early CGI. Nope, it was a real human hand. Actor Christopher Hart, a magician by trade, spent hours contorting his arm through holes in tables and floors to bring Thing to life. Sometimes he'd lie under furniture for hours, hidden from the camera, just to make Thing's movements look natural. In post-production, his arm was digitally erased frame by frame, a painstaking process in the early 90s. And here's the kicker. Hart even trained his hand to act by learning expressive movements and finger gestures that could convey emotion. So next time you watch Thing, do his little wave or type away on a keyboard, remember, that's not CGI. That's pure finger acting.
In danger. Stop. Send. Help.
Raul Julia, who played Gomez in the 1991 and 1993 films, was known for his intense energy and theatrical flair. But during the filming of Addams Family Values, he injured his back while doing one of Gomez's dramatic sword-fighting moves. The pain was excruciating, but instead of halting production, Julia powered through. He insisted on continuing the scene, even improvising movements to hide his discomfort. His dedication helped maintain the flow of production, and most of the cast didn't even know he was hurt until filming wrapped for the day. It wasn't just a performance, it was a masterclass in commitment. Sadly, it was one of his final roles before his untimely passing in 1994, making his performance even more unforgettable.
Oh, yes, dear Mama. She's so sentimental, she never throws anything away.
Perhaps best to stop by to pick up gifts.
The original Morticia Addams from the 1964 series, played by Carolyn Jones, had one of the most striking looks on television. But achieving that ghoulish glamour took time. Every day, Jones sat through a 2-hour makeup session that included pale foundation, heavy eye contouring, and hand-glued false lashes. And that iconic long black hair? It was a custom-made wig that weighed several pounds. She also wore a steel corseted dress that made sitting almost impossible. Jones had to lean on special boards between takes to rest without wrinkling the costume. The result? A look so iconic it inspired decades of Morticias to come. Pain is beauty, especially when you're undead.
Wait. He's going through a bad patch at the moment, but it's not his fault.
Of course not.
In the 1991 film, Angelica Houston played Morticia with an otherworldly elegance. To achieve that ethereal look, makeup artists didn't just rely on lighting. They attached a string to the back of Houston's hair and pulled it downward with a hidden harness hooked between her shoulder blades. This gave her eyes that constant, upturned, dreamy shape. But it came at a price. Headaches, sore muscles, and long days of being literally pulled into character. She later admitted she could only film for a few hours at a time before needing breaks. But the result was unforgettable. Morticia never looked more bewitching.
To see 'em, they really are a scream, the Addams Family.
Neat.
Creepy, and they're kooky, mysterious, and spooky. Admit it, you're snapping your fingers right now. The Addams Family theme song, composed by Vic Mizzy, became one of the most recognizable TV tunes of all time. And get this, it was written in a single afternoon. The iconic finger snaps? Those were added last minute when Mizzy realized the rhythm needed something catchy. He even sang the lyrics himself and layered his own voice multiple times to create the vocal harmonies. The song was so popular, it charted on radio playlists, appeared in commercials, and was played at school assemblies. To this day, the Snap Snap is instantly recognizable worldwide. That's some spooky staying power. In the original TV series, the Addams family lives at 0001 Cemetery Lane. Sounds fake, right? Not entirely. While the mansion's exterior was a matte painting, fans have tried to track down real-life inspirations for the house. The most accepted source is a Victorian-era home in Los Angeles, once located on Addams Boulevard. Yes, Addams, with one D. Some superfans even tried to buy properties and name the street Cemetery Lane, just to live the fantasy. More recently, Universal Studios built full-size replicas of the mansion for Halloween events, turning the spooky dream into reality for fans. So while the Addams home might be fictional, it's haunted the real world ever since. From secret strings to snapping theme songs, The Addams Family is more than just a spooky sitcom or a cult classic movie. It's a franchise built on creative madness, gothic flair, and seriously strange behind-the-scenes moments. Which fact gave you the creeps or cracked you up? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more twisted truths from the world of film. Because here on Real Truths, the truth is